PJ, Prince Hakeem is on the board. I'm waiting for my compadres to come. Marvin Dixon on the 1 and 2.
Believe in yourself. Ask somebody for help. Don't think that you're insane. You just need to ease the pain. The inside. You gotta deal with the inside. The inside.
If you need somebody to talk to God, baby. Check on your people.
Anxiety on your chest. You can't get no rest.
Hey, baby.
Your thoughts won't leave you alone.
Lost your money?
Feel on your own. The inside. You gotta deal with the inside. You feel no one understands, but you gotta comprehend.
What's good, Jabari? You got a special show tonight.
You can't do
What's good, Jabari?
the inside.
I'm here, baby. I love you, Jabari. I love you.
You gotta deal with the inside.
I hope you can hear me.
The inside.
I'm waiting for the guys to come. I had to pause the music. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm waiting for the guys to come. What's cracking, Jabari? I'm here. Love you, my dude. Nigga, listen, when we get on top, you already know. We in private jets, Jabari. All of us together. We in private jets. We're gonna break this. We're gonna do this as God is our witness. We got a special show tonight. Special show. You see the title. I'm waiting for the gods. I'm waiting for the gods. Listen, it's coming. It's coming. You see the titles. I'm waiting for the gods to come in. Mustang Ron, New Jordan era. We waiting for people to come in. Y'all see the title. Y'all see the title. I had a talk with the gods this morning. I had a talk with the imam. I had a talk with the pastor. Y'all see the title. We're going to have a conversation tonight. Men, their opinions, and if we can get a lady who's not scared to come on the panel and talk about this topic, I will assure you, yes, Apple, I will assure you, you don't have to show your face. If a lady's not scared to come on tonight to talk about this topic, I will assure you, I love you, Apple. I love you, Apple. I love you, Apple. Don't worry about it. Listen, I would assure you, ladies, we need a lady to come on and talk about this topic tonight. I will assure you, any lady who come on here, you're not going to get jumped on. We're going to have a positive conversation. This topic needs to be discussed. This topic needs to be discussed. We got a marriage expert in here who I rely on his information, his validity. We got Mustang Ron. Both of these are my compadres. I can't even call them my compadres, my brothers. We're 400 episodes in, over 150 hours of conversations. I can't tell the difference between them or family. But this conversation has to be talked about. What's good, fellas? How y'all doing?
We all good over here. What's going on with y'all?
No, I'm doing good, man. Doing good, man. Doing good, man. Yeah, but I always tell people all the time, man. Like at the end of the show, that's why you gotta like, share, subscribe, and always hit that notification bell because you never know when you're gonna go live. We do go live each and every Sunday,
We
7:30
do.
Eastern time. But today this is a surprise thing. This is something that we're trying to do.
We
You
just trying
know,
to
the
do
more subscribers we have, the more people we're gonna start going live more and more often.
more and more often. Start talking about real conversations
Mhm.
that you care about. And people, don't be scared to hit us in our inboxes, give us topics to talk about. We always looking to talk about things because one thing we're trying to do is not only evoke emotion, but evoke change. And the one goal that we're trying to accomplish is this: make black marriages cool again, marrying black women cool again, make black families cool again. That is our goal. If that's not your goal, you could politely unsubscribe. I don't mind if you not. I don't mind if you don't want to be here. I'm not saying. Listen, we support everything else, but if this is not something you're advocating for, I don't mind here. We're not red pill. We're not black pill. We're not purple pill, and we don't sip scissors. We drink seltzer water over here and eat turkey and cheese sandwiches on multigrain. We need to talk about this conversation. I would love for as we get in this conversation, if a lady's not scared, as we get in depth, to come on here to talk about this serious conversation because I know it's important to them too. So, fellas, I don't know if one of y'all want to set it off or with which y'all, how you want to go about it.
Fix the screen. The screen don't look good. There you go. Oh,
I want
yeah.
you to go ahead, fellas. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, okay, so the whole conversation of body count started. I think really started upon this year. It really came from the red pill space,
Yeah,
and also the manosphere. They started talking about body count. How it's very important. Um, now someone like me who has dated and who has been you know, you know me, I dated, I slept with a lot of women. I'm not gonna lie
yeah.
about that. I slept with a lot of women. I
Woo!
don't think it's to me, I don't think it's body count doesn't matter because at the end of the day, no one's gonna fully be honest about how many women they slept with. Even to the point of walking down the aisle, most people ain't gonna be honest. Let's just keep it a buck. So for guys to monitor women's body count, or even for women to monitor a man's body count, you're not gonna get the full amount. Cause there's been time a woman be like, not only that, we have been doing even video reaction when women be in a relationship with a man and she say, "Oh, I end up cheating with him with my boss, or I end up cheating with him with my coworker, or I end up cheating with him with one of his family members." So then, do you really truly know a woman's body count? I think not, because most women ain't gonna tell you the 100% honest truth due to the fact that she don't want to lose the relationship or she don't want to seem like a whore. Now, if I'm a strong advocate of the aspect of, that shouldn't matter. If you find something that you want to grow with a woman, just grow with the woman. Build a relationship, get married, have a family, and then move forward. The woman past shouldn't stop you from to having a bright future with that woman. My opinion. Now,
Woo!
some guys can take it the other way, but that's just my personal opinion that you just grow with the woman. Her body count shouldn't matter. Now, and not only that, I think we just recently, not too long ago, we did a reaction uh, to I think the body from Miami, and she
Yeah.
actually mentioned the fact how she slept with over 1,000 men. So over 1,000 men, but yet men are still getting in a relationship with her. Yet men still taking her on dates. Yet men still hitting up on the DM. And I won't be surprised there even some man in the aspect of trying to marry her. So the whole point about does body count matter? For me, I think not. That's my assessment. Go ahead, Joy. Your timing.
All right. For me, I would say it doesn't really matter, but I'll tell you this: Ronnie's correct. You never gonna find out how many body counts for a man, for a woman's. You will never find out what a woman's body count because they're always gonna lie about their numbers. But I can tell you this though, being before I met my wife, I had sex with multiple people, you know, not a lot but multiple, and majorities, they had sex with a lot of men, and you can tell they had sex with a lot of women because the stuff that they can do that you never they thought they can do that you never taught them how to do. Now being, I'm telling you, now being in a long term relationship with my wife for 13 years, unfortunately, my wife was a virgin when I got with her, and and I'm my only sectional partner. So for that is, there's things that I had to teach her how to do something so for her to satisfy me. For stuff I had sex with women in the past that I like or I did not like. So you can, like I said, for a man, you can kind of tell if a woman has maybe. I mean, you can't tell, but you can tell that a woman may be a little bit more experienced about the stuff that she does to you that you never thought you crossed your mind that she can do. And then you could tell a woman you had sex with her, maybe she had minimal to no partners of stuff that that she can or cannot do because you can tell if she's a virgin or has sexual partners with very little people. But like I said, for me, I mean, for men, like, dude, I really think it don't matter for certain men. Certain men does. Some for certain men it don't. For me, like I said, for me, being with a long term relationship, with my wife for 13 years, I mean, it doesn't matter because as long as you could teach someone how to do something, it's like I said, it's totally fine. For some men, they definitely have a problem with it. They feel like if you have you suck so many people, it goes to their head because if you have sex with a person, they see some things that it's like, oh, I didn't know you can do that, and they feel like they think like, oh, who taught you that? Because you didn't teach her that. And some men think like that, and some men they like, oh, I don't know if I should marry her because she can, if she could do this, who's she gonna do it to? Is she gonna do it to somebody else? Am I gonna satisfy her enough? If I'm gonna please her enough? Am I big enough? Some men really be insecure about that. It goes in their head like that. But personally, for me, if you're confident, especially for men, if you're confident in yourself, you know, super confident. I mean, I don't think it should have mattered to you because if you think you're the old dog, you're the dominator, you really don't care because you're gonna dominate her. Sexual wise, you're gonna put it on what you want. So for me, it doesn't matter, but some men it do matter, and it messes with them. I feel like it might be some insecurities, but I mean, if you like what you like in a woman, if you really like her, and she's very, very submissive. She loves you. She wants to be your wife and all that type of stuff. It honestly, it really don't matter. It really doesn't. For me, I'm with Ronnie kind of. It doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't matter. So I want to hear what Akeem got to say about this.
Whew. I first want to I want to apologize. I want to apologize to the women who's been objectified. And I'm not going to lie to you. I was one of them guys who was very objectifying women growing up, not understanding the whole science behind things. And sometimes we can be misinformed. Now, my brothers stated something that was really important, and I'm just going to go in depth into this. Body count only matters to super religious people. If you're in a strict religious fraction, if you're Muslim, if you're Jewish, if you're a very strict religious Christian, Hindu, your body count might matter. We in America, in the Western Hemisphere, A lot of us ain't religious, but we pretend to be this so high and mighty, which is an issue. Half the niggas who worrying about body count can't even get a girlfriend. That's a fact. We lean onto these things thinking about what type of person a woman is when we're worrying about her chastity. When you and I know most men fall in love with most women whose sex be on point, and she could have had 100 bodies on. Does that even matter? If she could cook a good steak and iron your clothes, did that even matter? I also want to touch on to the point that a lot of the red pills guys talk about pair bonding, which I went and did research about that was created by some pseudo-scientific person. Me and the gods was talking about it. We had to open up the books on it. I was surprised. I thought this was facts. Come to find out it wasn't. A person is going to pair bond with you if they want to. People who stay with people deals with connection. And sometimes when a person who love you, your weenie can be this big, she's still gonna get off. Am I wrong, fellas? Am I wrong?
No.
No, I'm shaking my head. Mm-hmm.
So when we're talking about body counts, I want black men to look at me when I'm talking about this, because the word body counts is most subjective to black women. We don't never talk about the white girls, the Asians, the Hispanics about body counts. When they say body counts, they talking about black women. Tell me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong. They talk about other races too.
Exactly.
I just say in the West America.
Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, it's on Western women. Western women.
Okay, how about this? Let's talk about the nigga universe.
Okay.
I want you to follow me. I want you to follow me here. I met some women in my life who had some traumas as a kid, who that trauma might lead them into a path but that might not be so tasteful. Should we victimize her for that? Should we victimize her for that? I don't know, fellas, y'all can see the comments on the board?
Yeah, we can see.
My brother say here, what are the benefits of having a woman with a person body count? I really don't know, Jabari. I could say maybe the sex might be good, but as we get older, there's certain things that surpass sex at times. It is important. It is something that is a part of a relationship. Some people need it more than others. Sometimes we lead off with that, but let's talk about the intent of this situation. Because a lot of guys who talk about body count or talk about women are not able to pair bond with them, it's the women you ain't even supposed to be with in the first place. The woman who you say you can't pair bond, they wasn't feeling you in the first place. They want street niggas. Regardless if they wanted a donkey or not, they want a certain type of man. Sometimes they're with you for settling. This is where we go with the whole connection part. And sometimes there's weird connections. Fellas, I want to ask y'all this. Should we look at a woman, should we look at a woman's resume and would that dictate her quality to become a wife?
Not necessarily, because I think some guys do, but to look at a woman's resume. But the thing is, when a woman's growing something with you, sometimes her resume changes. Because, for example, let's say she'll be a woman. Most men say they want a woman that can cook. Sometimes women don't start cooking until they start having kids.
Yeah.
That's a well-known fact. So, I would say it changes. So it's kind of hard to be like, yo, I'm gonna just look at her resume, and then if I see that she slept with like one or two men, she ain't the woman for me. But like, how do you really know that? You only go on by the aspect of her sleeping with somebody. You never know. Okay, this somebody she sleep with. It might have been a long-term relationship. It might have been a one-night stand. So it's just, and guys' resume ain't always that clean too. So that would say is it. That one is kind of very hard to debate. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something, and Jabari, you have a point about. I think you
Yeah,
should at
Jabari
least
do.
look at the resume. In my opinion, I'll tell you one thing. What about a woman you had sex with gave you an STD or STI?
Woo!
You know why? You know why I say that? Because it happened to me one time.
Woo!
It was the person I lost my virginity to,
Woo!
and she was the one who got. And she got. And I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna name names because because she was very cool, but she had a lot of damn partners, but with me, she treated me a little
The
bit
ski,
different.
the ski mask might go on tonight.
So I'm just saying. So what about a woman to give you a STD, STI? Because like I said, I experienced a woman who had sex with a lot of sexual partners, and she gave me STD. I'm not gonna call her names. I didn't tell her. I didn't go all out to tell that she did, but I know she did.
Now, brother, you all right. Jabari, brother, you're 100%. Now we're going to look at the other aspect of this. The Carfax is important for certain reasons, for reasons like that. And I think it's something to have a conversation about and to articulate the Carfax and look at it to see if it's going to be a problem. If your Carfax says that you've been in 7 relationships 3 months at a time, that pattern is kind of an issue. Now, there might be certain things that might move along in that situation, which allow us to look at you different. If a couple years had gone by, we see your movement, we see you not moving funny, we see you not in niggas' faces all the time. You're not on Pornhub, you're not on xvideos.com. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie to you. That's important, man. That's important. That's important. If you're on xvideos.com, I don't know if I can't do it. If you on Pornhub, I can't do it. I'm not gonna be able to. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But cause that go beyond body count. That goes beyond body count. But the Carfax is important. And I know a lot of us want listen, a lot of us want a pure woman. Most men want a clean, wholesome woman who hasn't been touched or been tampered or tainted with. That's every man's dream. Does every man get that? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, because it's a dream, So because remember, when you live in a society where sex is very open, you gotta understand the aspect that the woman I'm gonna be with, she ain't gonna be no virgin. So that's why I say the whole thing of the aspect of dating is a waste of time, because dating is causing this is dating. This is what dating is doing. Dating is causing more sex, causing more unnecessary sex. Where in the aspect, if dating was really in the aspect of marriage, just go ahead and get married. Just don't date.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But we live in a society where they capitalize off dating. They want us to date because when we date, it brings up the economy. People don't understand that. It's a money thing. Me dating multiple women is good for the economy because I gotta take them on multiple dates.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Apple.
So, go ahead.
I want to comment with Apple. What she said, why not just get a test before having sex with each other? I did. Hey, Apple. I agree with you 100% because I did that after my STD. But my thing is that can we push that as the norm in the Western society of before we have sex, especially men and women in their 20s, especially men in their 20s when their testosterone is off the roof. They do
Mhm.
not give a damn. They just want to
No.
stick it. They just want to stick it in just a little bit. Because I was like that, but Tasman was all like, I just want to stick it in for a little bit.
And
I was
not only
like,
that, but they also something called the moment too. They also something
Exactly.
called the moment. You in the moment, you're not gonna be like, hey, you in the moment, hey, let's go do an STD test. You gonna be like, what? They're gonna get you crazy.
Listen,
Hey,
But
when I have my kids, I'm definitely gonna push that. Man, my boys or my girls, I'm
listen,
definitely, if they gonna have sex, hey, put in the
you know,
STD. Oh, my wife's on
listen,
here.
yeah. Hey, there's a statistic that says that the badder the chick is, the more reason the man not gonna put on a condom.
that's a fool, because I still will. I don't care how bad she is. I'm still
No.
bumping on the
I'm
woman.
telling you.
See, that's it. Yeah, but I know you're telling the truth. I know it's a well-known fact, but to me, that's a foolish,
Listen,
unresponsible man. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the difference about being responsible. At the end of the day, remember, it's your body, your choice. You gotta take care of
yeah.
yourself. Nobody gonna take care of yourself for you.
No, you're right. That's why you got to be intentional about yourself and dating. To be honest with you, when you're intentional about dating and marriage and stuff like that, the body count stuff don't tend to come up like that. Am I wrong, fellas? Because the thing is, you're honing in on certain factors. Because Roni, you said it before. Most people are going to lie about that number. Now, mind
Yeah,
you, is it a double standard if a nigga got 1,000 bodies on?
yeah. Some women look at that man as a total. Most women won't even touch that man.
No. Most women would though. The
No,
double
because the
D
man is
John
lying.
John?
The man is
No,
lying. If a man told me straight up, I slept with over 60 women, the woman gonna be like, what? If a woman asks you how many women you slept with, most men are gonna lie. Majority of the men are gonna lie.
most men are gonna lie, but most women would still sleep with that double D John John.
I agree with that.
It depends. It depends. It depends. I'm telling you, it
Listen,
depends.
I
It
said
depends.
if I say with Ronnie's correct in one thing, if she's looking for like a husband, then it might be something. But if she's looking for
She's
somebody,
not gonna deal with that man. I'm telling you, it
she's not gonna deal
depends.
with that. But if
Now, if you're
it's
talking about a
somebody,
street type woman, if
yeah,
now you're talking about a street type woman, I'm talking about a street type woman, then maybe. But if a man tell a woman straight up, I slept with over 600 women, she gonna turn a blind eye. Majority of them turn.
I say so. Hey, I add to this, Ronnie. Some women in suburban too. They like experienced men too.
They do.
Yeah, for
Listen,
sure.
good girls. Listen, some good girl fantasize about being with street niggas, and we all know Double D John John got a minimum of 500 bodies on him.
Yeah.
Minimum 500 bodies on him. Apple says, well, I'm not asking a man his body count because you already know. If he's a Double D John John, minimum 500. Minimum
She
500.
not gonna ask. Most women ain't gonna ask because they know men gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I want to say, man, she ain't even ask a woman that because most women's gonna lie. They not, and I understand because they protected themselves. So, but in the aspect of what Jordan's saying is, now they probably had an STD. That's something they need to tell the person they with. Like, hey, in the past I had an STD, so now I'm very careful on who I'm sleeping with.
Yeah.
Then the man should know, like, okay, she's being aware and she's trying to give you informative information. That's going to benefit you in the long term. That's a woman I will respect. If a woman tell me, hey, I used to have STD because I was dealing with a guy who used to sleep around. Now I'm very more careful, so I don't give up my body like that. I respect that woman.
Let me ask you a question about this. What about women whose body counts have been public from day one? I want to give you an example. There was something that just went viral 2 days ago where these two girls came from Miami and they both got pregnant and they don't know who the father is.
I didn't even hear about that story. Wow.
Yeah, I heard it was like a reel, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a reel.
Yeah, I seen that.
I didn't even see that.
Now
that's you got to look at because you having sex with somebody you don't know what their daddy is. That's a red flag.
But remember, I always stated, even when I have conversations with men, I always tell them, I don't know what guys get the aspect women are not more sexual than men. I keep telling men that from day and day after day, year after year, women are more sexual than men. Women want more sex than men do. Men are more guarded, Hakeem and Jordan. If you think I'm being honest, men are more guarded.
That's
Women
right.
women ready to get down.
Yep.
Oh,
Like I said, in history, this never before. There's a lot more male versions than women versus
Thank you,
in
Jordan.
history.
Yeah.
And this is
Even in the Bible
is
time.
history. Yeah.
Even in the Bible time, there's been time, even when they say Paul the disciple used to go to like they say he would go to temples, and then when he in the temple, he would see like women having sexual orgies and all these things, and that way he'd be like, hey, we're not doing all that no more. We're gonna change the rule here. Women are very sexual than men. I don't know where men getting this idea that men are more sexual than women.
And Hakeem, some men are not losing their virginity till they in their mid-20s.
that is true.
That's a well-known fact, and the number is growing. There's more virgin men than actual women. Go ahead.
Listen, I can be honest with you. I didn't lose my virginity until I was out of high school. I was a duck in school.
Hakeem, that's cap.
No, I'm keeping it in the
You got
business.
it, bro.
Listen,
You got
I
it.
was
I
a
don't believe
duck.
shit.
I
No.
was a duck. Listen, I'm gonna get back to that. I'm being real.
No, I believe you. I didn't lose mine to my
Hakeem, know I'm gonna debate him on that. That's cap.
senior year in high school.
No, listen, listen, I have been beating my meat all through school. When I got out of school is when I got my first piece of ass. And then when I got
don't believe him. I'm telling you, don't believe. Don't believe Hakeem.
Listen, and when I got my first piece of ass, it was with an animal. What they call them back days? A lamina. And listen. I have fell in love with the lamina.
Oh man, boy, paragraph.
Yeah, we gonna have to
You
block
can
you.
read that, Hakeem. Yeah, read that.
Yeah, we gonna have to block you, buddy.
What is he saying?
Hold on. Oh, did they block him? Cool. Yeah. So it says what it says I'm not asking because I think he would lie. I think it's a juvenile. I'm 40 and I date older men. I want to talk about other stuff. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
After you hit a certain age, yeah, you really not thinking about that. You think about talking about grown people stuff for sure.
No, that's facts. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I would think that's why I was saying like the body count stuff really doesn't matter when you get older because those conversations, like if you're in your 60s, are you going to really ask a woman in her 60s, hey, how many guys have you slept with in your whole tenure?
No.
So I would think that as fast as we live in an age right now, doesn't even matter at times. You know what I mean? This is why I say it's kind of that because you know what I mean? A lot of people feel like they're objective because a lot of people have passes. And I think the question is, and I want to get back to what my brother Jabari says, the Carfax does matter. But what about if the person changed and if the person is a good person? Now, mind you, a lot of men have an issue with that Carfax if they want to live in the same neighborhood in the Chuckles where you go in Walmart. Well, that nigga with Sean Beeson, boy, we used to slaughter ganger. So I think that might be a humiliation because every man wants a woman that another man didn't have.
True.
Every man wants a woman another man didn't have. And every man wants a woman another man didn't. They don't want no other man that have you in his proximity. He'll move out of state just to feel comfortable.
Which is true. But then again, like I keep saying, those are dreams. You know, even when there be guys on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, like, hey, I'm a virgin. Like my whole point when they say that, I'm like, okay, what is your intention? Why are you trying to say you're a virgin? Because at some point they'll be like, you know what, I'm getting tired of being a virgin. I'm trying to lose my virginity. That's another game a lot of men and women use to get their attention from guys because they know most guys are looking for a virgin or the man do the same thing. Most women are looking for virgins because they want to be like, hey, I was the first that popped your cherry. Like, you
But
know,
listen,
go ahead.
no, you're right. Most red pill guys still sleep with girls with high body counts. They're not getting married.
They
Correct.
still single. They still want. It's like they say, don't they? You like to say, body count matters, but you still sleeping with them.
Why it even matter if you're not getting married?
It's like high school in a way. It's like
Basically.
it's like you're still in high school.
No,
Why
but it's
do you
good for
bring
you.
it-
It's good for YouTube. It's entertainment. It's good for
Yeah,
YouTube.
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
It's
Listen,
entertainment. I used to be in it too. I used to be with them like, yeah, man, yeah. Body counts matter because I knew at the end of the day it's all lies. So I'm like, okay, it's entertainment. I'll join in with the entertainment.
All right.
Luther, there's a couple guys I would want to mention their name. When
Of
I
course.
look at them,
They'll do it.
I'm not gonna mention their name.
You could hint. You can put in a hint though, but don't mention their names. You can put in a hint.
What's good, Market Street? Shout out to Market Street, Cambridge in the house.
Whoa. Woo!
The realest niggas out of Cambridge, Market Street.
He said Hakeem.
I want to give a shout out to them. Let me get to that point. It's some niggas on YouTube. I ain't gonna mention their name. It's a lot of niggas on YouTube talk about that body count. When they was in high school, they couldn't get no poom poom. Girls was walking by them. Girls was walking by these niggas. They were bust downs. So they're relationship experts, and now they got a little money. They still sleeping with sluts. Most of these niggas can't never get a pure woman though. Let's just be real about it.
No.
I had a question, Hakeem. Do you think that the women that couldn't get that high school, they were just so obsessed with their high schools, and now they got money, they still obsessed with them? That's why they sleep with them.
Facts.
Yep.
Facts.
Because it's a girl you never could get. Now you have the opportunity to get that girl. Now they're going buck wild. But then they go on YouTube and act a certain way and portray another lifestyle. But then when you see them outside, like, hey, bro, I just saw you sleep with that stripper last week. What are you talking about? Nah, they try to keep their image like, y'all, that's just YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's how you messing up my brand here. Just keep that on the download.
Full transparency.
Mm-hmm.
It was some girls in school. I still feel like they owe me pussy. I ain't never spoke to them a day in my life. Listen, it was a lot of baddies that went to my school. And you know what I mean? Back then, I used to rate them by diamonds. Every pretty girl in school, I called them ghetto diamonds. Some were 4 or 5 diamonds, 8 diamonds. And listen, I was one of them guys who was like, damn, I can't. So that enabled me and forced me to go sell drugs, hang with street niggas, do robberies, buy dickies, try to get fresh. Because I wanted to, I have nightmares still feeling to sleep with these women.
You did that in high school. I ain't gonna lie, high school, I wasn't getting the women until I left my high school, went to a quote unquote white school.
Listen,
I was like the most popular dude in class. So then I started getting the women. You get what I'm saying?
I didn't get no hoes in high school. When I jumped off the porch is when I started getting pussy. I was a duck, nigga.
Me, I didn't
No,
start.
I went to a white school. I started getting. Go ahead.
I was in a public school. I mean, deep public school. So I mean, I wasn't the hood type all the time. I was a nerdy type until it didn't start when I started my senior year. You know, when you senior, you're the big dog. Y'all, you kind of the big dogs in campus because y'all about to graduate and everything. And then when I started getting stuff in the colleges and all that type of stuff, that's when I started, getting in all that type of stuff. And then when I started saying I was gonna move to Miami, it was like, oh, because people think of Miami from a tourist perspective. It's like, oh, all the hoes is there, all the bitches there. You going there, you just going there for the bitches and hoes and all that type of stuff. So
yeah, it's a lot of pretty women, but let's be real about it, bro. It's only 10% of men who really get women like that, man. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about the baddest of the baddest. That's why I was like, We need to have a conversation. Like a lot of this shit that are being conversated about doesn't even really matter because most niggas can't even get women like that. So when you do get a girl, what are you stressing about, nigga? This is as good as you gonna get. Because at the end of the day, some of you guys were doormats. Gum under some people's shoe. If a woman took a chance on you, that must mean she had to remove herself emotionally and mentally to really care about you in a sense. Listen here. I'm about to tell you something real. Most of the insecure guys married women who had high body counts. Most of the insecure guys knew their girls were automatic hoes and still loved every day to them. Most of the insecure guys knew them kids wasn't really theirs, but they had a family and was still happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about something serious.
You ain't lying, Hakeem.
These are not the creme de la creme niggas. It be you niggas who get a little bread, who are suckers already, think you can start to dictate and objectify women. Y'all not Chads. Y'all not Double D John Johns. And Double D John Johns don't even asking for body count. They're slaying as they go. Slaying, slanging, piping, slaying. Laying down pipe.
Not that, but this also with Double G John do almost all the time. People don't pay attention. They tend to go for the easy women. If you never know, they go for the easier women because the easier women is the easiest one they can get at the moment. They know that's a quick smash.
Apple just said something real powerful here. Most of the hoes I went to school with are married now. That's facts. I can sign off on that.
Yeah.
I can co-sign that. I can sign off on that. Listen, Miss Apple, where do you want me to sign off on that? Because listen, I can mention some names. I can mention some names that went to the West, that went to Charles Drew, that went to Adam Middle, that went to Jackson. I can mention some names. I can sign off on that because I know some of the niggas who they married. And they did not marry. They did not marry no balling niggas either.
I say from my age and from my perspectives, I'm still waiting because, like I said, I still follow people from Facebook from high school still, and for majority, I'm still waiting because it seems like
majority of my class group they get married. Majority of people I know in my class group they get married, or they have a beautiful family, or on the verge of starting to get married. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Maybe because I'm still low 30s still, so I'm probably still waiting. Yeah, that's probably what it is still. Because I'm still waiting. It's only very few for like high school back in Michigan, so I'm still waiting for me.
I'm gonna have to comment on this one, Jabari. I'm gonna be listen. You know I'm gonna keep it real with you. She's not like that. She was actually one of the good girls in school. I could sign that. I could sign off on that. I could sign off on that. She was with the Haitian girls and some of the good girls who was focusing on their schoolwork. She didn't date street niggas. I could sign off on that. She wasn't outside like I was outside. She wasn't at the candy lady house. Oh, hold on. What did he say? He said that's exactly why I don't want to speak on the show. I'm not saying that I don't.
Jabari said she is right.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I must have read it wrong. I'm shutting up now. Apple doesn't fall from the tree. Okay, you see, I read that wrong. I apologize. I read that wrong.
Right.
I read that wrong. You know I'm still blind with these glasses on. I'm an old man. Lord Jesus, I'm an old man. Shit, my birthday's in 4 days. 4 days. I'm still an old man, baby. And niggas, listen, I can't even celebrate with niggas because I got COVID. So I'm quarantining. So no. Apple, that was my fault. Don't take it that way. I read it wrong. Don't take it that way. He say he said it. I wasn't reading it right. He said, "Shut up, apple doesn't fall from the tree." It's actually a compliment.
Yeah, he gave me a compliment.
Yeah.
It was a compliment. That was my bad. No, he
He
always
using
been
an
true.
analogy. Yeah.
She was a good girl. It was a lot of good girls in school that wasn't really. She was so good. She never spoke to me in school.
I'll say there's some now. There is some girls like Apple, but however, there's some girls like that used to be good girls. Now they became the biggest sluts. So there you got to keep the balance too. There used to be good girls, but they end up being the biggest sluts because they end up realizing like, hey, they get a guy, a street dude, and the street dude turn them out. Go ahead.
Listen, you are right about that. A lot of them had their business under wraps. I got nothing but respect for them though. When a lot of their business is under wraps, I got nothing but respect. But I also want to talk about something too that's important too. A lot of girls was under the impression that the football niggas was going to save them. They ran through them like the tracks meat that they did. They turned a lot of girls into animals though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, a lot.
You right? Yeah, you right.
They turn a lot of them into animals. So, and those are the same girls today that when they see you years later, they're trying to get in a relationship with you or they're trying to get a family with you. They're like, hey, I remember when you was in high school, you was this. Now you looking good. Let me try to. So, and then the guys, you know what? They're all like, yo, that's that dream girl I always wanted to sleep with. They see the opportunity and they try to go ahead and go sleep with that woman.
And you know what? I was not just high school. I could speak for something that I was in college the first couple of years. I was in college. Them freshman women in college that I went to, oh my Lord, I heard a whole lot of stories.
Yeah, they're the biggest.
I see a whole lot of shit.
Hey.
Yeah.
Did Jabari went to the J?
Yeah, well, like what? They 1 or 2 years, they went west.
Yeah.
You didn't see him. He was in the younger class. Class. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jabari, we all know. You might know. We all know each other. But
yeah, I mostly know his age group, his type of people.
No, because I was maybe because he might not know her, but you might know family members of her because she's from my generation. She's from my generation, but the question is like, where do we move forward from here? As far
there ain't no really moving forward. There ain't no way. Ain't no method moving forward because as society continues to grow, as the music become more and more trash, sex is still gonna be on an all-time high. So my thing is just for you to get somebody and to just grow with, and if you want to be celibate and not have sex, that's on you. But the majority of the world gonna continue to have sex, and the body count still gonna go high.
Ronnie's correct on that. I say Ronnie's correct on that because sex is probably the number one money maker in the West.
That is true. That is true.
And it's highly promoted. Go to Instagram right now. On your timeline, Hakeem, you probably see ad videos all over the place. It's promoted to the high.
And the thing is, if you click on one, it's gonna show more and more and more and more. It
doesn't stop.
Their page.
It doesn't
Instagram,
stop.
Facebook, it don't matter what social media, YouTube, whatever.
Twitter.
Hey.
Yep.
Hey, but the funny thing is too, when we look at them to have sex, not to marry them. We look at them to sodomize and do all types of crazy stuff, but we don't think about paying bills.
Think about it, Hakeem. At one point, like say in the early 2000s and the early 90s to 2000s, R&B music used to be focused on being a girl, vetting that woman, courting that woman, and end up like even when you made a mistake, they end up making a mistake, and they end up at the end of every video, the guy normally proposed to that woman. You see, they don't do that no more. Most R&B music today, they don't talk about banning the woman. They talk about, okay, we get into conversation, we get into something that occurred, we have sex, then we move forward. They don't talk about we move forward in the aspect of getting married. They do not want us to get married because they know if we get married, it benefits the economy. They don't want us to benefit the economy.
Hey, what about that Sneaky Link song? My Sneaky Link. Let's
You see? Yeah.
But let me ask you a question. What picture have you ever seen where you looked at on Instagram, or it could be a person, and I want to ask the comments this. Has there ever been a picture where you looked at a person you could say, I could marry this person?
But showing that, but not that's not shaking ass, or
That's not shaking ass. That's not shaking ass. You know we're not gonna marry the woman.
I haven't. I'll be honest with you. Nah. I normally do that in person, but I can do that just looking at a picture. Hell no.
No, not really. No.
Jabari, tell me, who have you ever seen that just face value you look and you can say, okay, I can marry this person? I got one for you. I'm gonna tell you, I got 3. I got 2. Woo! Mic drop.
He said before your wife.
Mic drop. That's a cold answer.
And that's a good
before
answer.
Your wife.
That's a good answer.
That is a good. That means he's trying to protect himself. Don't they?
Mic drop. That's a good answer. And he has a beautiful wife. Shout outs to the queen. Shout outs to his beautiful wife. And shout outs to the other queen, the Chaos Culture Radio queen. Shout outs to my brother Jordan's wife. The queen supporters here.
He said, if he said, "Oh, before my wife," or you might have to end the show, my brothers, for that answer.
I was gonna tell you, no man going.
Yeah.
Listen, there's 2 women. I looked at their pictures and I can say I can marry them. Actually, 3. Jasmine Sullivan, Chrisette Michelle, India Ari, and Jill Scott. That's 4.
But those are celebrities. Those are
Listen. We're talking about.
Celebrities would be the biggest whores. Jasmine Sullivan. Remember, that's a life.
No,
but I get your point.
We're talking about visual. We're talking about visual.
Yeah, visual. Yeah.
Like, cause they don't look like whores. They look like regular. Like, if you take the status off them, they look like regular women. Like some of these women would look like Lettucey. She looked like a regular woman. Guapale, she looked like a Slim Jim just walking down the beach.
I don't know about that, King. That just show they got self-respect.
That is true.
they might look like it.
Yeah.
If you go meet them and everything, and they do some type of stuff, you're like, oh shit.
Look at this, Jasmine Sullivan. I bust your windows out your car. So look, we got 6 more minutes before the stream ends. Any question? Any more questions?
No, but the aspect of the body count, I don't think society will change. I think society is gonna get worse to the point that now men are starting to talk to minors on a higher scale. Back then, men used to talk to minors, but now it's on a higher scale because there's no form of accountability and people have to the kids. So the sex desire is starting to go higher and higher.
I seen a YouTube channel earlier today where there was this 20-year-old girl with this 50-year-old man.
Yeah.
20-year-old with a 50-year-old man. But mind you, I could tell there was some drug use there. And we have a lot of women who are scattered off on the street, and other men can take advantage of that. You know what I mean? So, like, we have those kind of issues too, where you are right. certain men don't have the level of getting. Most younger girls would be okay if a dude is broke, unless she got a little bit of swag about her.
Mhm.
They don't mind. This is why you got a lot of weirdos talking to young girls, because they really don't want to work to get an actual regular woman.
That was you got to keep it real. Like younger women don't care about money. That's when you get to your mid-20s to your early 30s. That when they mostly focus on the money. But when they get older to their 40s and 50s, they start caring less and less about the money. They say, "Hey, I want to get a family. I want to let's go get married." They start going heavy on that heavily. But it's like, okay, why you just gonna keep that in your mid-25 to your 30s? Keep that same energy.
Listen, money,
Hot girl summer.
Basically, listen, we all know for majority in women we're not a minute, money makes women come. Status weight makes women come.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? We know that a nigga could look like you could grab him and run him through tar. If he looks good on paper, she's gonna marry him and go about her business.
They do. That's real talk.
Yeah, so so this is what it is, man, and we just wanted to talk about this to address this. Apple, you shouldn't have been scared. You should have came on here and spoke your truth, because we all want to hear a perspective about a woman and their body count. But I know you scary.
Hey, I just said, Apple, if it comes to the comments, don't worry about the comments, because our three of us, we don't give a damn about what the comments
We
say.
don't get evidence, and
Especially bad ones, we like, oh well.
And there's really no bad. There's really no bad when there's only family in here.
Exactly.
But we don't want everybody to think this is a boys' club, even though the gang is here, because we really trying to promote something different here and really try to educate. Because at the end of the day, is we want to increase the number of people getting married. I want to be able to marry somebody off one day. You know what I mean? Because the thing about it is, marriages, kids, all that is a beautiful thing. And I want men to notice. I want men and women to notice too. It's a lot of people dying alone in their apartments.
It is. On a rapid scale, I was listening to a guy today. Yeah. He said, I was listening to a guy today, man. Shout out to him. He go by the name of Little Parker. One of his homeboys, one of his best friend died. Yeah. His wife literally came in the apartment. He was in the bed dead. Basically. So that's what I'm saying. That we living, and he wasn't even 50 yet. He was in his late 40s. A lot of men are dying young. That's why I keep telling, don't wait. If you find a woman or you find a man that you can build a future with, just go ahead, go to the courthouse, sign those papers, get married, and do what you got to do, man. Just don't wait, man. This dating shit is gonna cause a lot of people to die freaking alone. Real talk.
And they say statistically, men who marry live longer than single men.
They do. Statistically speaking.
They do. Apple said, "I don't tell my body count. It isn't his business. I don't lie. I just don't answer the question or ask." I'm asking.
That mean you're lying. You don't want to. You're lying. You're lying to the guy, because the guy's asking you a question, and then you don't want to answer the question. That means deep down inside, you about to lie, so you choose not to lie. So you just say, you know what? I'm not gonna answer it at all. So you're lying. Because you ask me my body count, I'm gonna tell you my body count. I really don't care, but it's just like most people care about that.
Yeah, most people do care about that. Listen, the first question I asked, if you could cook a steak. If you could cook a steak. She said, I'm not lying, it's just not my answer.
Well, the Lord knows.
Listen, I like her answer though. I like her answer too. Listen, I might ask you, can you cook a steak? Or how many times have you been slaved? She said, I don't bring up the question. To be honest with you, a lot of people don't bring up that question. Especially
they don't. That's YouTube. Yeah.
Listen, in the real world, especially if it's like a whirlwind, sometimes you have the whirlwind situation. You meet a girl and the third day you smash. The body count situation don't never be asked. It's just like, we just living, baby. We together now. You know,
And this is another thing. And this is another thing guys are doing. Guys are literally doing this on the date. They literally telling women, so what do you bring to the table? I'm like, oh my.
I am the table. I am the table. And then I ask, hey, can you bring some potato salad?
No, women don't. She Jordan, you out of the game because you married. But I'm just saying, that's what women don't respect. They don't respect single men because they doing some goofy shit like that. Like, why would you tell a woman on a date what do you bring to the table?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what men find offensive that women find when they ask about their body count? Hey, how much do you make? We might need to do a show about that. That's an offensive term to men. And I know women say the body count. Hey, how much do you make? What is your salary?
Well, women not really doing it. I'm being honest. Women don't really do that. Like, for me, I never seen it. I could be wrong, but I never seen it. Most of the time, women do that to guys that flaws. Like they show out. They show out a lot. Like they always like, oh, I got their money. I never heard or ever seen that for myself.
Only thing I hear about that is if you're on a blind date. Other than that, that's it. That's
listen. Ghetto Diamonds don't ask that, but educated women ask how much you make. Where do you see yourself for 5 years from now? They ask what kind of car you drive. Educated women ask those type of peculiar questions, but they do it in a way where you'll get thrown off about it.
But the thing is, if she would, that's the thing. That was say, even educated women. I dated educated women as well. They still never asked me how much I used to make. I promise you, they never used to ask me how much I make. Even when a girl I was recently talking to said the same thing, she never used to ask me how much I used to make.
I must be the unlucky one.
Hey, I got a question, Ronnie. What was the age range? Give me the age range.
Early 30s.
Okay.
So
and remember, those are the age that the women be like. Those be the age they be like the women talking about the money. They never used to ask me. They be like, okay. They be like, they see me. They be like, oh, you're just you're a hardworking man. I see you on your purpose. And not only that, but I'll be like, okay, let's build something together. That's the game I'm on. You game. So it depends on the guy. Go ahead.
For me, it was after early 30s. I'm talking about early and mid 30s. Those are the women who've always asked me those, hey, what is your salary based?
Oh,
do you
I never had no experience.
Do you have an income report? For some reason, they always ask me that question. They always
probably because you older than them. That's probably why. Because remember, they was in their early 30s and you were like close to your 40s. So that's probably why they ask you, because they want to make sure that you're established. But I promise you, that never happened to me.
Man, I've always been victimized for that. That's an offensive. Listen, asking a man how much he makes is offensive, just like the body count question.
But even then, I would tell him. You see, probably it's me, but I would tell a woman how much I make. If that's that important, I'm like, yeah, this is how much I make. So, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like money don't mean shit at the end of the day.
Listen, she say if she knows what you do for a living, she doesn't have to ask what you make. Funny enough, you say that. Funny enough, you used to say that. I actually lie about what I do for a living just to see where a person's head is at. I said I work at Walmart and I push carts.
Yeah, and there's some girls that would date that guy. Some girls are like, okay, cool.
Listen. Not a lot will. A lot of girls who I've spoken to, I've got blocked after I told them I'm a cart pusher at Walmart.
Was that like an experiment?
It was an experiment. I was hitting people up, and when that question say, "Yeah, I've been working at Walmart for 6 years," and it was like, "What department I push?" But I push carts. I say, and mind you, my name. This is why I came with the name Jean Baptiste. It was Jean-Claude Jean Baptiste. That's what I told him. I'm Haitian. I work at. I told him I just have a minimum high school diploma. And they asked, "Hey, do you have aspiration?" No, I said I love Walmart. I love pushing carts, talking to the customers, moving up and down. I get good exercise. And they say that this is not. I'm not looking for a husband like that. Listen,
there was a guy. I gotta find that video. We could probably do a reaction to it. There was a guy. He's an older man. All he did was he used to work at a ticket booth. That's all he did. Ticket booth. That's all he did. Nothing else. he retired doing the ticket booth thing. You know how much he retired when he retired?
Um,
Over $1 million.
And that's how you do it. You retire as a
You know, I'm
millionaire.
trying to tell you that.
That's how it works.
Now him and his wife live in on like I think like $1.2 million home. He paid for all his kids' tuition, just doing ticket booths.
was it
So
your
I'm
wife?
just saying, like, it at the end of the day, it is the man that dictates everything. At the end of the day, I gotta find a video. I'm gonna find a video. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna find that video, and it's actually online.
Was it a white
Huh?
guy? Was it a white
Black
guy?
dude. It was a black dude.
So
And the way he learned the game was, because he was doing the ticket booth, there was a lot of people that like a lot of corporate people, they were like, yo, he's a very nice guy, very respected. And you used to see rich people, so you would ask him questions and they would tell him how did they get rich. They would tell him they got rich based off their 401ks, they Roth IRAs. He said, just invest in that. What you're doing, just keep doing what you're doing, invest in that. And he said, watch, you're gonna make money, you're gonna retire just by doing, and he ended up doing that. Exactly what they told him to do.
I want you to look at this comment here where Apple said, if I'm looking for a husband, a Walmart car pusher said it says he's insecure, he's unsecured.
See, that's why you see, y'all be joking around too much, man.
She said it says we are both working hard for a long time. What's wrong with working hard for a long time?
I mean, that's what you're supposed to
Not
do.
that, but ain't the issue today? They say black men don't want to work. You got a man that's working. Oh, see, people don't understand. A person down the street, like a Mexican dude, will push cars all day and still be married with kids.
Ooh, my God!
And that's real talk. There's an issue in the black community. I'm being real. There's an issue in the black community. They put everything less than. When you got Spanish people, Mexican, Asian people will do whatever they got to do to build a community and end up getting out of the circumstances. And they end up being, man.
Hey, Ronnie,
those in the black community, we fucked up. I already know black community fucked up.
Avocado tonight, nigga.
Hey, Ronnie, I worked with somebody. He passed away earlier this year. He worked for the company for 56 years. Doing the same thing. 56 years. He passed away this year, God bless his soul, but he retired last year. He worked his job 56 years, working hard, and he retired with a whole lot of money. But and the thing is, people was pushing him to retire. He did not want to retire. Matter of fact, he wanted to keep working, and this was a black man.
Listen. Jabari said, "But you can't be a car pusher forever, man. At least be a banker."
There's a Haitian guy. No, I promise you. There's a Haitian guy I know. He's still pushing car at Winn-Dixie on 110 and 7th Avenue. When you in Miami, I can even show you. Dora, you come to Miami, I can even show you this guy. He been there when I was 16 years old.
You talking about the Asian dude? He look Asian?
Yeah, exactly. He been doing
married.
the same thing since I was 16 when that was like my first job there.
What job?
At a Winn-Dixie on 110 and 7th Avenue. The guy's still there. He pushing. That's all he do is do cars.
I think I seen him.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still pushing cars.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And he been there when I was 16.
Listen, I know who you exactly talk to. I talk to him all the time. I talk to him all the time. He is a cart pusher, and he is married with kids. And he is married with kids, and his wife loves him very much.
You see, there's an issue in the black community. I'm telling you, we're fucked up. And that's why we the brokest people on this earth. You get what I'm saying? Because we don't understand the aspect of getting out there, grinding, do what you got to do, and the aspect of family. That's the problem. We talking about getting Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and all these other stuff that mean shit at the end of the day.
Shout out to Sexy Red TV. Sexy Red TV, shout out. Now, I want to comment to Apple.
Sexy Red TV, what's going on, baby girl? That's Sexy Red right there, man. What's happening? Now, Sexy Red will cam up. If you tell that Sexy Red will cam up. You feel me? Shout out to Sexy Red TV. Let's go. Let's get it. Go ahead.
Let's get it, Sexy Red. Listen, Apple said my father has worked at his job for 40 years. He works hard and it's exhausting. Here's the thing, Queen. Here's the thing. we still going to be working hard, and it's going to be exhausting no matter what we do. You feel me? The problem is we as black people have a fantasy about this lifestyle and about positions. A lot of us are not going to be lawyers. A lot of us are not going to be business owners. A lot of us are going to work retail for the next 30 years, or going to have a regular job, raise kids, and go on vacation twice a year. The thing about it is, we have this manifestation Simone B type mentality, thinking that we can just manifest everything. Manifest. Let's upgrade. Listen, Jabari. A lot of niggas ain't like you. Because Jabari, you get your money. Jabari gets his money because he went from this, now he's an IT guy. You a different type nigga. A lot of niggas is going to stay a cart pusher. A lot of niggas is going to stay washing cars. A lot of niggas is going to mow that lawn. A lot of niggas is going to...
But it's true, because you need people that's gonna mow the lawn. You need somebody that's gonna work at McDonald's. You need somebody that's gonna work at Wendy's.
We need somebody that's gonna work at Wendy's.
You don't need somebody that's gonna work at the laundromat. It's just a well-known fact. It's just
well-known fact. Listen, he said I was broke for a long time. No, you wasn't broke, nigga. You was rich in knowledge and wealth. That's why you doing good. Listen, a lot of niggas is gonna put on that.
Like you gonna put on the mask.
A lot of niggas is gonna put on that mask. Listen, a lot of niggas is gonna put on that mask. Listen, this is the uniform for the Double D John. You know they don't work. They don't work. This is the uniform. Lay it down.
But wait a minute, I thought they usually go to. I see a lot of black men. When I go to Miami, they work in the construction.
They do.
Listen. Can I tell you something?
They do work.
Listen, you want to know why they go there? After the Double D John get beat up by life and child support, he's at the construction site with the tin boots and the thermos, with the tin boots in the lunchbox and a pack of Newport 100 wrapped around in a rubber band.
Oh man.
Wrapped around in the rubber band. Listen, a lot of niggas is gonna put on that mask. A lot of niggas is not gonna be a cybersecurity expert. A lot of niggas can't even spell cybersecurity. A lot of niggas can't even spell cybersecurity, let alone spell dividends. So a lot of women, oh, hold on. What she say? It's better ways to make money than to work yourself to exhaust. Lord Jesus.
Okay, prime example. Okay, I'm about to go in. I ain't want to go in, but we're gonna have fun tonight. I'm about to go in. Do they know that right now, most of these tech jobs right now are laying off a lot of people? Do people understand that? So even going to school and getting a tech degree, talking about I'm gonna make six figures, those jobs no longer acquire you anymore. The pandemic is over. So which means what? Are you gonna work or are you gonna stay on YouTube all day? So if I gotta go get a job and my family's hungry, or I'm trying to get something to protect myself, make sure my rent's paid, I'm gonna go out there and push carts. I don't give a fuck what a bitch say. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to survive out here, and you already know it's hard for a black man in America.
Or if you got a car, you better do Uber or Lyft.
Uber and Lyft. And not only that, but Uber and Lyft, they say that's about to crash because a lot of people don't even have money to get on Lyft or Uber anymore.
At most, a lot of you women are going to marry Uber drivers.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a fact.
Yeah.
At most. And
then really people who live in do Uber or Lyft, people that really making money it's really if they live in the big cities like Miami, New York, LA, Houston, Dallas. Usually the big cities, that's where Ubers they kind of make a little bit of decent money. But you live in a small town, no way, no how.
Listen. He said, so what happens when the robots come push the carts? Hey, they might be sweeping up then. They might be janitors then. Listen.
Because remember, we live in a society where technology is very heavily It's very heavily operated. So now they don't need people as much as they need to. But what makes it so good is that the regular job still gonna need people there. Now the high tech job, the high earning jobs, it ain't gonna no longer lead your system because I don't no longer need 5 employees when I can get one person to do everything that 5 employees could do. That's what they're doing now.
Just to save money.
Yo, I didn't want to go
Just to
there.
save money.
I didn't want to go there, but I'm gonna go there. A lot
Go
of
there.
women don't. A lot of women don't marry niggas with bags anyway. Half of y'all marry broke niggas. Most of
They
you,
do.
most of the niggas you marry or is only making $200 a week. That's a fact.
That's why
my
body
nigga.
count don't matter. Because half of the time the women gonna marry whoever they gonna marry. Facts.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Listen, ask Sexy Red TV, would she ever date a nigga that push cards?
She probably would. She in the chat. You can ask her yourself. Sexy Red.
Have you ever dated a nigga that push cards?
You know what I'm saying? She'll keep it a buck with you. That's Sexy Red right there. She'll keep it a buck with you. But I'm just saying. But
he said, don't be, she said, don't be the broke nigga she marries. Listen, a lot of women marry broke niggas because you fantasize about getting rich niggas, which you can't get them. A lot of the rich niggas are being wet off by Spanish girls. The Spanish girls get the unmentionables, the undesirables, the fat niggas, the niggas who wear Walmart clothes.
I mean, broke. What's the salary? What's the salary? What y'all consume? What's salary? What's the salary?
I think I think broke is like 30K and down.
30K and down, 35 and down.
We not broke. Like nobody on this panel is broke. We just saying for the sake of conversation. Nobody on this panel is broke.
No, nobody on the panel is broke. We got cards to swipe here though.
Yeah,
we do.
Cards to
We
swipe
do.
here. And
our credit score looking good. So nobody on this panel is broke.
Listen,
oh, not at all. I look too damn good.
In LLCs to get that business credit. Because if I ever go prone, this mask could come back on. The mask could come back on. The mask could come back on. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. She say, I never said he has to be rich, but pushing cars, no thank you. What can I help him with as a helpmate? Okay. Here's the thing.
She could help him. You could help him how to get into a managerial position at Walmart or be a supervisor or something like that. Because sometimes that area that a man is lacking. That's why he's making. Or you as a woman can motivate that man. That's your job as a woman, is to motivate that man to the next level.
Because I was gonna say, because big companies, because a lot of men don't do this, but there's a lot of companies they'll give you scholarships or help pay a little bit, go to colleges or help
they do.
Do training to get into a supervisor manager position. But I feel like a lot of men don't look, like go in the break room, just look in the walls, just look around. I feel like the man should be looking, just look up information, because companies do have stuff to help people out so they can either go to college or move up to a better position.
No, the problem is, black man, I'm not gonna lie, the problem with our issue is that we are so insecure that we think the world's always against us. We don't try to do better. We stay at the same tunnel pole. If we pushing cars, we're gonna stay pushing cars. We don't want to try for nothing higher. That's our problem. That's our problem that we deal with as men. And I think that's a problem that need to change. That's one of our issues as black men, that we always stay at the same level. We don't try to go higher, or we try to do better.
So let me tell you something. Apple, you watched the video like I watched the video. Didn't that girl say that struggling men are the prize?
Mm.
Didn't they say a man who's struggling to get the way he's going, that's the prize?
Mm.
I'm asking, I'm talking to you. He said he doesn't know that they are hiring, but once a wife apply for that job, they go look for a wife. Say, no.
No, like you motivate him. Like, for example, if you as a woman, let's say, for example, that like he's lacking in some area. Because remember, you married to him or you dating him. So you're going to be like, oh, okay, hey, I think, pushing cars, you've been doing it for a very long time. You don't want to be a supervisor, or you don't want to do any type of managerial position at your job. Or he'd be like, yeah, I'm thinking about it. okay, then you know his areas of opportunity. You can help him with that. That's what you're there for. Go ahead, King.
I had to switch the mask. Up. Check this out, baby. I'm gonna listen. I had to switch the mask because this is gonna be a teachable moment. And fellas, I want you to ask this agree. Where a man start is not where he's gonna finish. The cart pushing is a metaphor. If a man really loves you, he gonna get on his hustle. He just don't need a woman trying to upgrade him. Acceptance is being content in judging the man based on character. He says, where are his mothers and sisters? His mothers and sisters are around. They're not judging him. They're supporting him as well. It just don't date to avoid at all. Now, this is why men don't want to date, because some men are in certain economical positions. We don't understand where they're going to. Women just automatically judge. A lot of women fumbled the bag on cart pushers or niggas who was trying to get up there. A lot of women fumbled the bag. Tell me if I'm wrong, fellas. Do you think we're going to be in the same position we are today, like next year?
Nope. We always like, for me, I'm always moving to a different level. Either I'm making more, I'm on a different position.
Different position.
I never stay in the same level. Every year it's always something different.
She say, I'm 40. I'm not dating a man older than me that pushes carts. He should have gotten me 10 years ago. Listen now. What if he's pushing carts right now? What if he's going through a divorce? Why not judging him based on his character? Doesn't he make you laugh? Doesn't he make you smile? Listen here. 40 years ago, you would have dated a cart pusher or a shoe shine man.
And now that, but I had a conversation with, I had a conversation with women all the time. It's gonna come to a point when that bed gets cold and you go home alone, there ain't nobody there, and your homegirl got somebody. If you have kids, your kids are grown, they're off to college. Your mind's gonna change as time keep going forward, as time keep progressing. Go ahead.
By that time, you dating a nigga at the corner store who's posted up at the corner store.
Yeah.
I know a couple people who married some niggas that was at the corner store.
Yep, that happens.
Took them right off the street and put them into a house.
That happened. It does.
Mow the lawn every morning. Sit outside smoking his cigarette. Where you at? Shit? My wife in the house. You ain't going to work today? Man, I don't work, man. My wife take care of everything.
It's true. Urban is in the house.
Urban noise. So Apple, judge a man based on his character, not his position, baby. Judge a man based on his character, not his position, baby. I want that.
Because whoever is going to destiny your future, how it's going to be. Them same women that be on YouTube talking about, oh, the man need to make a certain amount of money. They'll be the same woman that going home. There ain't nobody home at night.
Nobody home at. Listen, most of those Instagram models never get married. Most of the models never get married. Most of the actresses, some of them never get married. Look at Vivica Fox.
Yeah.
Statistically, most football players don't marry nobody. Most actors don't marry nobody.
Yeah, look at Halle Berry. She was the baddest of the bad. She was a sexy woman alive, 10, 15 years ago.
Oh my God.
Now.
But guess what happened? Well, Joan, guess what happened with Halle Berry? What happened? She ain't got no man. What she did? She started having kids and filling in that void because nobody was there at home. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because men should not be alone.
And she got to pay child support too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she rather risk the child support because you're like, there ain't nobody here at home. I want somebody to be here with me. I'm tired of coming home alone.
That's why sometimes pretty privilege can be dangerous when you get older because you
That is
switch so
true.
long, and when you get 40,
Pretty
50, it's
Jordan.
like oh my god,
No, you're right.
what's going on?
Listen,
It's true.
listen, that's a whole separate show right there. That pretty privilege, that's a whole separate show. The downfall.
That is a
The
downfall.
downfall. Yeah. She said, I never said to have a lot of money, but a 40-year-old car pusher.
I get it, Apple. It's your personal preference. I get what you
It's a
say.
personal preference. But listen,
No, but
listen here.
it's just an analogy Hakeem uses to tell to try to pretty much trigger women.
It's a metaphor because here's the thing. Most men date women who don't have the type of jobs that they have, and we never judge them on that.
Most men date a woman that ain't even working.
Yeah, basically.
Let's keep it a bug.
Listen, it's sad to say this, but I wouldn't care for a woman didn't work, and I would holler at her. You see, that's the privilege women got. You cannot work, and we won't think nothing of it.
Man cannot do that. We cannot
do that. Because listen, our value is what we can provide. The day we stop providing, the day we become useless. Unless we convert ourselves. Once we stop working, we only have one choice: get back to work or convert to a double D John John. Because double D John Johns don't work. They slang pipe and move along. Slang pipe, move along. Slang pipe, move along.
But that is work, though. Slanging pipe is work.
That is work. He says he can't be missing out by telling her he's a car. And no, he ain't missing out nothing. He's trying to see where she's at. That was an experiment. Out of all of that, I probably spoke to one person that was like, okay, that's no problem. Every single person was like, you a car pusher? Some didn't even let me go past. When I said I was a car pusher, they hung up the phone.
Wow.
Lord Jesus. My stomach is hurting. Oh my God.
Wow, that's crazy.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Ooh.
Boy, that's crazy.
When I said I was a car pusher, they hung the phone up.
Oh, she hang the phone now?
They hung the phone.
So what do you do? What do you do? Well, I push cars. Well, she like, boy, I push cars. I push cars. I think of Walmart. Oh, hell no.
When I said I was a car pusher, they hung the phone up in my face.
Do you even try down in the back? Or you like, man, fuck that bitch?
Listen. I was on block. I was on block. They was like, nigga, you broke ass nigga. I can't do that with you. You broke ass nigga. You broke ass nigga.
Fucked up.
Listen, when I say that, it woke me up. But I was like, damn. Some people say, so I had some people say this, yo, Mustang. I had some people was like, you like living like that? Pushing carts? I said, I enjoy it. I get exercise.
Fucked up.
I say, he said, welcome to Joe Biden's America. But listen, I'm going to tell you something. There was a story. I need to find the story. There was a story of a guy who was taking these girls on a Chili's date. Mind you, they didn't know who the guy was. It's an actual story. This was an actual person. Every girl he took on a Chili's date, the girl said that they didn't want to date, but one of them. The girl that he took on a Chili's date, when she was so happy that she went on a Chili's date with him, the next day he took on to the yacht with her. They got married. That's where I got that idea from. To see if all you care about is money or do you care about the person. And are you going to be grateful of what I'm giving to you? The bare minimum is probably the best you can get. The bare minimum is probably the best you can get. The bare minimum is probably the best you can get. Some women can't get a nigga over 35K. Joe the lawnmower man is the best you're going to get. Juancito the Uber driver is the best you're going to get. Pablo the Uber Eats driver the best you're going to get. Oh, look. She said, did he ever tell them what he did for a living? No, he played around with it. He was very vague about it. He said he just works a regular job, nothing too serious. He was in regular jeans. He didn't mention anything that he did. The girl accepted who he was. They was on a date. She called him. She wanted to see him again. He took her on a yacht the next day. He said, I dated a man with means and didn't know. It's not about the money, it's security. Listen, security is going to come. You build security with the mate that you do. Character is what's important.
Mm-hmm.
Women focuses on the money. Men focuses on character. We looking for women that are going to be moms and wives. Hold on. He says, take me chilling and tell me you put scotches like this. Yo, I'm gonna die.
That's crazy. I was like, that's crazy.
I'm gonna die.
That's crazy.
Joe Biden America.
It is Joe Biden America.
He said, taking me to Chili's and telling me your car push is not the same. Listen, we trying to see if you're not money hungry. That's why I'm trying to say, hey, I'm a car push at Walmart. I'm a car push at Walmart. You gotta accept this is where we're gonna live, baby. On 62nd and 12. We're gonna move on 62nd and 12 on my salary. Lord, forgive me. I'm no good.
Nobody, it's true.
Oh, Lord, forgive me. I'm no good. I rebuke the demon. Okay.
And now that's what people don't. That was saying, you speaking real talk. It's real talk. Even though it's funny, it's hilarious, but it's real talk.
She's no. For real though, like, I want to ask Jordan this. This looks like she's gonna have to be a mother versus just being a wife. Why do you still push carts at 40? Woman to take you seriously. Juancito cut grass for 30 years and his wife takes him seriously.
I told you the issue in the black community. That's one of our biggest issues. I'm telling you we forget it. That's a whole nother conversation.
Listen, she say, tell me you work at FedEx or something. Hold on. He said, LOL, I don't want to live there. He says, I can't leave. Listen, I did. Hold on. Everyone has their own preference at the end of it. That is true. But let me ask you a question. Let me take the mask off. I don't even know where my glasses are. So let me ask you a question.
Oh, Jordan, go ahead.
Jordan, when you picked the profession, first off, when you picked the profession that you did, what was your wife's response to it? You're on mute.
You muted. Can't hear you.
Yeah, you're low on internet.
Can't hear you. Muted.
You hear me now?
There you go. Yeah.
All right. So, any profession I do, My wife's gonna be cool with it because she knows that I'm gonna either make more money or move up to a different position. So she
Shout out.
knows like for me, she knows like if I do something, I'm gonna take it to another level. I'm gonna make more money than I am for next year or a year before.
Shout outs to Miss Johnson for supporting. I want to bring up another story. There's a guy who lost his job. He was I think he was a janitor at a school, and he was dating this girl. She bought him a book. He wasn't working at the crib. He had an idea to own vending machines.
Mm-hmm.
She told him, "Babe, I believe you can do it." Gave him the book. And mind you, at that time he was a potential. Hold on. She say, his wife, she already knows she could trust him. Yeah, but we're talking about prior, like she had already trusted him prior before they got married. She judged him on his character, and that's the thing. But the point that I'm trying to say is, we gotta like when the guy lost his job and the girl bought him a book, he goes off and starts a vending machine businesses that grosses over $500,000 a year. Most women would leave a man who loses their job. Most women would leave a man who loses their job. Most women are not. Most women are. And let me tell you something. I know most women. Yo, she say they're not 40. Okay, you want to know something? I'll give it to you, Apple. I'll give it to you, baby. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. God laughs at your plans. You never know who he's gonna send. Listen, Apple, I don't got my glasses on. Look at me in my face. You never know who God's gonna send you to love. Don't miss out on your blessings. He could be a car pusher or a burrito wrapper at Chipotle.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, do you love him enough to accept him at his level? At his level. He said free will is a thing. She said free will is a thing. I'm asking you, are you going to love him? Are you going to love him as being at his level and allow him to grow on his own without trying to upgrade him? That's it.
Balls, man. I would say there was a deep show, man. Deep show.
Listen, we about to leave, people. Any last questions? Any last comment? Because I got avocado and rice to go eat.
And not only that, but guys, make sure this Sunday we will be having Marvin Dixon on the show. We will be interviewing him on his new song we played last week, and I think Hakeem also played it before doing the show. So, guys, make sure that y'all tune in 7:30 Sunday Eastern time. And I think we got any more last comment?
Yeah. Any last comment?
No, I'm pretty much done. I think today was an awesome show, amazing show. You know how we do. You know how we do each and every week, man. Before it used to be each and every Sunday. Now we coming in each and every week, guys. That's one of our surprises. I would say we love all the new subscribers, everybody that tuned in. You know, Sexy Red. We have Urban Noise, Fresh Music, on Apple, Jordan, everybody. You know, Jabari, the crew was here. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, appreciate everybody for tuning in. And guys, make sure you guys are here this coming Sunday, 7:30 Eastern time. We having Marvin Dixon on the show. So get your questions ready. Go check out his music. So about to get it in. So you know how we get down, guys. This is KI Culture Radio. We over and out. Peace.
Peace.
I know you got my back, and I believe that. I know you got my back, and I believe that. But when I look at my situation, it's hard to receive that.
Black women, do you got my back?
No matter, I'm trusting you. You gon' pull me through. You gon' pull me through. When I try to make it to my next day, you said this is the start of your best days. I got your back forever and always. You ain't never gotta be afraid. I know you got my back, and I believe that. I know you got my back, and I believe that. Yeah, I ain't sweating no more. I had to give it up. You got so many blessings in store. I got more than enough. We done built our trust. Your record's impeccable. It's unforgettable. You're so incredible. When I try to make it to my next day, you said this is the start of your best days. I got your back forever and always. You ain't never gotta be afraid. I know you got my back, and I believe that.
I know you got my back,
and I believe that.
Black women, do you got my back?
And I believe that. I know you got my
Avocado and yellow rice.
and I believe that. Yeah.
Thank you, Jabari. I love you, my nigga. When we build the studio, Jabari gotta be on the show. Apple, you gotta be on the show. Urban Noise, you gotta be on the show. Fresh Out in Florida gotta be on the show. I just want to play one more joint, and we're gonna dip. Hold on. This is my favorite song off his album. When Good Is Get. You wanna know something? I wanna thank Jordan, Ronnie. The show couldn't be where it's at without them brothers. Apple.
What good is God if you don't believe in Him?
God is my savior.
And what good is a gift if you don't receive it? What good is salvation if you don't confess? And what good is a testimony if you don't have no test? What good is it?
I'm ready to lay down all of it down.
No meaning. What good is it to live?
I'm ready to have a relationship with you, Lord.
In Him we live, we move, and we have our being. So what good is it to live and have no meaning? Sacrifice. What good is a servant if he doesn't lay down his life? profits a man to gain the world? And if he gains the world, he loses his soul, his soul, his soul. To live and have no meaning. What good is it to live and have no meaning? In Him we live, we move, and we have our being. So what good is it to live and have no meaning? Hit me.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the stream. We love y'all. Please be safe. Get home safe. Check on your peoples. Peace.